Please welcome to the stage Dr. Nassif Rayess.
A while back, I was watching a rerun of Star Trek. Remember the Klingons? Those ruthless warriors who live by a twisted honor code, a code that's built on slaying one's foes and dying honorably. Let's just say that not many human parents will be giving their kids bracelets that read, "What would Klingons do?" So anyway, I was watching Star Trek and a thought came to my head. What kind of schools, engineering schools, do Klingons have? What would it be like to teach there? And that's when it hit me. Other than the classroom dynamics, it wouldn't be much different. Have I so stripped the humanity out of my courses, my engineering courses, that I could teach the same material at University of Detroit Mercy and a University of Klingon No Mercy? Thank you. Historically, our university has always tried to graduate holistic engineers, engineers who have an understanding of the human condition. Ones, in the words of Richard Miller, have a grasp of the social, economic, political, psychological, and even religious dimensions. Our shortcoming was that with the exception of few engineering design courses, these important human aspects of the profession were being taught by liberal arts faculty under the umbrella of the core curriculum in a context completely devoid of engineering. So a small group of us set out to create engineering courses that satisfy the core curriculum. 6 courses in total, all co-created and co-taught by engineering and liberal arts faculty. Instead of hoping that the students connect the dots on their own between the engineering and the liberal arts, we are helping them make these important connections in the positive environment that is our classroom. I will offer you 3 examples from 3 different courses. The first example is from an engineering course that satisfies the spirituality and meaning outcomes of the core. I co-teach this course with Sister Mary Kay and Father Henry. Both are members of the sponsoring religious orders. In this course, we help the students find meaning in their work. We help them reflect on ways that they could use their engineering training to make a difference in people's lives. Can you imagine teaching such a course to Klingons? Unlike Klingons, and some say they're close cousins, the Gen Xers, millennials are really looking to make meaning in their careers. We use the analogy of an axe, where the axe head is the set of engineering and technical skills. The handle to that axe is viewpoint of engineering and the world that allows that axe head to be wielded with purpose, with precision, and with control. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex is a tall, athletic, suburban man. He plays lacrosse and maintains a very good GPA as a civil engineering junior. In our course, we asked Alex to reflect on how he could make a difference in people's lives through his work. Alex wrote that he co-opted as a manager on a construction site, and he couldn't possibly understand or think how he could make a difference in people's lives through that work. Upon feedback and reflection, he came to realize that if he does a good job and maintains a stress-free and efficient job site, his workers can go home on time and not bring stress to their families. We help him realize that through his work, if done right, he is helping make a difference in people's lives, his workers as well as their families. Students on their own might be able to find meaning and purpose in their careers. In the case of Alex, engineering faculty and liberal arts faculty working together, we helped them find purpose and meaning in his junior year. The second example is from an engineering course that satisfies the social science outcomes of the core. I co-teach this course with Dr. Slowick of the Department of Industrial and Organizational Psychology. In this course, we help students learn to manage their careers. We help them learn to manage their relationships with their colleagues and with their bosses. We introduce the students to the writings of Peter Drucker, who was the preeminent thought leader in management science. Drucker wrote that some people are readers while others are listeners. Some think through quiet introspections while others think through writing. Let me introduce you to Jasmine. Jasmine is an African-American woman from Detroit. She is a mechanical engineering junior, and she is the consummate writer. Jasmine thinks by writing and has a hard time turning in any assignment that's less than 5 pages long, even when we ask for a paragraph. When we asked her to reflect on her co-op, she wrote that she felt marginalized and that her boss never listened to her. Upon reflection and feedback, she came to understand that her boss was most probably a listener and that he likely never read her long, thoughtful, well-crafted emails. These mismatches in professional communication styles could cause significant harm to a young career. Students on their own might be able to find the tripwires in professional communication. In the case of Jasmine, engineering and liberal arts faculty working together, we helped her find these tripwires in her junior year. The third example is from a course that covers the reading, writing, and research outcomes of the core curriculum. I co-teach this course with Professor McCall from the English department. This course is essentially a technical writing course taught within the context of freshman engineering design. In the course, the students would learn the principles of technical communication, things like audience analysis, and apply them directly to reports and presentations on their design project. Let me tell you about Ryan. Ryan had the skin complexion of someone who spent his summer afternoons in front of his computer. At the time, he was an electrical engineering freshman. Ryan had two strengths that when you put them together could become a weakness. He loved technology and was very good at it. To him, the world was made up of mechanisms and circuit boards. He also was a very eloquent speaker, and he had good commands for words, and he could power through any presentation. All semester long, he kept making excellent presentations to the wrong audiences and getting bad grades. He just couldn't understand why the instructors, who are openly playing the roles of corporate executives, could not appreciate the beauty, the value, the elegance, and all the fine details of some device driver that he had to write to have one piece of equipment talk to another. It took Professor McCall and I finding our inner Klingons to finally reach him, but we did. And his final presentation was spot on. Students on their own might be able to learn that they need to tailor their presentations to the audience. In the case of Ryan, liberal arts and engineering faculty working together, we helped him learn that skill in his freshman year. There are many benefits to having engineering and liberal arts faculty co-teaching courses. There are also many hurdles. There are administrators who subscribe to revenue-based management and will have a hard time justifying 2 instructors for one course. There are engineering faculty who would much rather work with Klingons than with the liberal arts. There are liberal arts faculty who think engineering faculty are Klingons. Regardless, change must start somewhere, so it might as well start with you. Develop respect and appreciation for the liberal arts and for the value these bring to the engineering students. Reach out to a faculty member or 2 from the liberal arts. You might be pleasantly surprised by what you find. Invite them to give guest lectures in your classes. Your students will appreciate it. I look back at that Star Trek episode and that moment that really changed my career. Today, I couldn't possibly be hired to teach at a University of Klingon No Mercy. I could not be any happier for that. Thank you.